With a vision of providing quality education to students of various strata of the society, the founding stone of Tuljaram Chaturchand College, Baramati, were kept in the year 1962. The college has been formed with the efforts of numerous people.
Our society is a religious minority institute, and we thrive well with the preamble of Siddhir Nekantan, means knowledge from all the dimensions.
119 विद्यार्थ्यांवर कॉलेज सुरू झालेलं आज जवळजवळ 12,000 विद्यार्थ्यांवर पोहोचलेलं आहे. हे कॉलेज ग्रामीण भागातलं सगळ्यात मोठं कॉलेज म्हणून आज गणलं जात आहे.
The college is affiliated to Savitribai Phule Pune University.
We are willing to empower the youth to skill and career-oriented educational and vocational programs so that he will be full-fledged for grabbing the opportunities for his career.
The college has well-qualified team of experienced teaching staff who are always ready to help, assist, guide and motivate the students. Regular meetings are conducted to keep a track of the development of the students and to plan new activities for their growth. Providing various streams of education under one roof makes Tuljaram Chaturchand College a renowned academic institution. With such numerous courses being provided in the college, the administrative department continuously and promptly maintains a smooth flow of activities in a well-managed manner. The college focuses on imparting career-oriented quality education at par with global standard. The senior college offers 3 streams: arts, commerce and science. The college offers 22 different courses for graduation as well as post-graduation in various departments like Geography Department, Psychology Department, Yoga Department, Bachelor of Vocation Program of UGC in 2 disciplines: Food Processing and Post-Harvest Technology and Journalism and Mass Communication. The college has well-equipped laboratories where students under the guidance of their professors learn and conduct various experiments. The Electronics Department. In the research arena, the Botany Department had set up their own botanical garden, well-equipped biology labs. IT Department has well-equipped computer lab with Wi-Fi internet facility where students can develop their computer science skills. The classrooms are well designed with projection facilities and the students are encouraged to have better understanding of their subject with friendly interaction with the teachers. The college campus is built with a central library which has a huge setup of numerous books of various streams. Student can access the library and read on various subjects to gain an in-detail knowledge. There is a reading hall adjoined to the library where the students can peacefully study and take note on various topics of their interest. If a student wants to get some additional information on this subject, TC College also provides an internet cafe. The college has a huge auditorium, Jivraj Sabhagriha, with all the modern facilities, where around the year numerous events and functions are conducted for cultural educational growth of the students. Along with academics, The college has given equal importance to physical development of the student by providing innumerable sports activities like volleyball for boys and girls, kabaddi, basketball, boxing for boys and girls. The college has trained and developed some great sports persons who have won remarkable awards on various national and international platforms. The college provides NCC training where the cadets are given basic military training in small arms and parades. The cadets are well trained and given preference over normal candidates during selections. The officers provide good training and discipline education to the students. The NSS activities are conducted by the students like street plays to bring awareness in the society. Plantation, construction of bunds and many others. And for these activities, the college has received various recognition and awards for their contribution towards society. Since 41 years, the college has been organizing a Moropanth elocution and debating competition every year, which is a state-level competition. The college publishes an annual magazine called Anekan to motivate the creative skills of our students by providing a platform where they can publish their poems, articles, and their opinions.
या संस्थेची प्रगती करत असताना आम्ही MBA कॉलेजची नवीन बिल्डिंग बांधली आणि एकांत इंग्लिश मीडियम स्कूल म्हणून नवीन बिल्डिंग बांधून त्या ठिकाणी सुरुवात केली. या ग्रामीण भागामध्ये हे कॉलेज सुरू होत असताना इथल्या मुलींची निश्चितपणे एक चांगल्यापैकी व्यवस्था झाल्याशिवाय राहणार नाही, कारण सहसा मुली बाहेरगावी पाठवायला पालक तयार नसतात. पण हे कॉलेज सुरू झाले म्हणजे त्या मुलींना चांगल्या शिक्षणाचं दालन उपलब्ध करून देण्यासारखं होईल.
स्त्रियांच्या आरोग्यावर शिबिरं आयोजित केली जातात.
The college also fulfills its social responsibility by conducting various events of awareness and confidence building in women. And to build a healthy environment, it also conducts the activity of plantation. The institute has also received various government funds for its welfare and further development.
Our institute is NAC re-accredited with a B grade. Also, we have undergone ISO certification 9001. The college has received the funding for DST Physics program. The institute is recipient of Star College status from DBT.
The college has also got various funds like College with Potential for Excellence and has won many recognition and awards in various fields.
We are seeking that the student should be at the excellence at par, not only in academics but in other activities like sports, competitive career, as well as the vocational skills.
The teaching department over here is very much friendly. We have a library which includes books from all the streams.
We have achieved many prizes of national and state level.
The college has boosted our confidence. The computer science department of a college has well-equipped laboratory.
The teaching staff here is good at transforming student attitude and creating better individuals.
The days are not far ahead that this institute will be a benchmark not only in Maharashtra or India but at the global scenario.
This is the journey of Tuljaram Chaturchand College, where it has enriched and nurtured hidden talent of students from various strata of the society and transformed them into confident and responsible citizens to excel in all walks of life.
Hello everyone, good morning to all of you. Myself, Dr. Sunil D. Pawar, Head and Associate Professor, Department of Microbiology, TC College, Baramati. Department of Microbiology, under the aegis of RUSA, organizes the webinar entitled Microbial Fermentations, Tools and Techniques. This webinar is basically organized for UG and PG students along with faculty members of microbiology. First of all, I welcome you one and all in this webinar. UG and PG students have studied a theoretical part of industrial fermentations, but they are deprived of practical knowledge and skills related to fermentations processes. So, to fulfill this gap, we have organized this webinar. So, during this webinar, we are going to learn about different tools and techniques related with fermentation process. For this webinar, we have with us Mr. Suresh Jishinde and Revati Shinde, Biospark Laboratories and Technical Services, Nashik, and Mr. Ramesh Jagtap and Hemant Patil, Chief Scientist and Head Department of Microbiology, Krishidut Bioherbal Private Limited, Nashik. On behalf of Microbiology Department and Tuldaram Chaturchand College, Baramati, I extend warm welcome to all the speakers. For this inaugural session, we have with us our Honorable Principal, Dr. C.V. Murumkar sir. Nowadays, in a situation like COVID-19, also he is too much busy in speeches and talks in several webinars organized in different subjects. Although he is busy in all his work, he never says no to anybody of us. I extend a warm welcome to this versatile personality in this inaugural session. Once again, I welcome all the students, faculties of microbiology from various colleges who are attending this webinar. With this briefing, now I request Honorable Dr. Chandrasekhar Murumkar sir to deliver inaugural speech and inaugurate this webinar. Honorable Dr. Chandrasekhar Murumkar sir, over to you, sir. Thank you.
Good morning and welcome to you all on the online platform of TC College Baramati. Dear fellows, it's my pleasure to welcome you all on a very auspicious occasion that Department of Microbiology of this college is organizing a national webinar on the topic microbial fermentations, tools and techniques, a very timely and skilled webinar on this hot topic. I am very much happy that in this webinar we are having the expert personalities as resource persons like Honorable Suresh Shinde, who is the Director of Biospark Laboratories, Ms. Revati Shinde, who is the Professor in KTHM College, Nashik, Dr. Hemant Patil, Chief Scientist, Krishidut Bioherbal Private Limited, and Dr. Ramnath Jagtap, who is the Director of Krishidut Bioherbal Private Limited, Nashik. Well, all these personalities, they are from the field of academics and industry as well. Dear friends, when we talk about the microbial fermentation, yes, in India, about 18% of the industry is dealing with the fermentation technology. It is a boom, and at the most, it is requiring more and more impetus to come in near futures. In 21st century, the fermentation technology is involving the foremost important sector, and that is the pharmaceuticals. All the specialized medicinal drugs, obviously the antibiotics, the steroids and novel compounds, they are being synthesized through pharmaceutical industry, and it is having a boost in last almost 25 years. Along with that, there is another area, and that area is industrial chemicals, which are used on a very large commercial scale. Here the organic acids, alcohols, the different phenolic compounds, obviously the aldehydes and keto groups and several organic ring compounds are the pioneering precursors, which is a requirement of the organic industry in India and abroad, and such a type of chemicals, they are being synthesized through fermentation technology. Yes, as we are growing in tropics, there is another boom in the industry, and this industry has flourished almost in last a decade and so, and this industry is related with the agrochemicals. Dear friends, we do know that biofertilizers and biopesticides is one of the most important component in fermentation technology, and this fermentation technology is providing us several novel technologies, tools and the products which are commercially used nowadays, not only for the agro fields, but it is used in pomology also, floriculture, horticulture and several related topics. Yes, indeed, we do know that greenhouse technology is totally dependent on fermentation technology. Now, if at all we talk about this technology as such, this particular microbial fermentation webinar is going to provide us a major impetus on the tools and techniques. When we talk about the tools and techniques, dear friends, remember that there is a lot of requirement about the commercial inoculants. Obviously, these commercial inoculants must come from the new genetic recombinant strains, and there is a large requirement for the safe fermentation technology which is going to avoid the biohazards. Obviously, there is one technological branch which is required, which has to be indigenous to India, or we can say the Atmanirbhar India, and that is the fermenter design. Let me tell you one thing, that today even we are exporting these designs, we are exporting the expertise to construct such a type of industrial know-how. But yes, there is a space, and this space is much more larger than we expect about the fermenter design. But at the same time, we are going ahead with one more major aspect, and this major aspect is nothing but the purity of these products. Dear friends, in fermentation, yes, along with the purity of the major compound, we are getting several bioproducts or byproducts, and these byproducts, do they have their novel properties? We have to separate them, segregate them, and for this purpose, definitely such a type of microbial fermentation is going to give us a new approach to see toward this whole technological issue. But at the same time, in 21st century, we are going ahead with two more new avenues. One avenue obviously is food technology. Dear friends, now in 21st century, we have entered into the ready to eat type of mixes, and these ready to eat mixes, they are totally based on fermentation technology, and for this purpose definitely we have to have the new inoculants with us, the new byproducts with us, and yes, obviously we should have a better shelf value for them. And not least but at last, the major industry which is looking forward, all of us, is the waste management. Dear friends, when we talk about the green chemistry, when we talk about the clean chemistry, when we talk about the green earth, obviously the waste management comes at the foremost of our priority. Now, unfortunately, in India, we are still in infant stage. Definitely Japan, Korea, several European countries, they are far ahead in utilizing this waste management and converting them in fertilizers, agrochemicals and industrial products. Unfortunately, we, even though we are growing in the tropical belt, we are lagging behind in this technology. Dear friends, I do know that such a type of webinar is nothing but it is a sort of a gift to all the followers who are the participants. Dear fellows, there is a lot of scope for you all to go ahead and work in the waste management technology, because this waste management technology is totally dependent on fermentation technology, because we are having the variety of substrates with us, and at the same time we have to develop our own protocols, indigenous protocols, and at the same time we have to create the market even for the end product, because this end product, if it is being sold, definitely we can boost the economy for this waste management. So obviously such a type of webinar which are dealing with the microbial fermentation, I definitely feel that this is a skill oriented webinar, and for this purpose I must congratulate the team of microbiology, especially Dr. Sunil Pawar sir, who is the head of the department, who has taken keen interest in organizing this webinar, and at the same time I must congratulate Honorable Dr. Milind Gazbia sir, who has taken extra pains to make this webinar a successful event. Because of his patience, he has brought a giant personalities in these fields together under the single roof of this national webinar. As you all are eager to know more and more, to learn more and more, I wish you all best of luck and hope that you stay safe, stay at home and have a bright career in this field. Definitely, I am sure that at the end, this webinar is going to give you the new impetus, new tool to go ahead and use these schools as your career. Wish you all best of luck, and I congratulate the Department of Microbiology for organizing this webinar. Wish you all the best. Thank you. Have a great time.
Thank you, Dr. Pawar sir. I am here to introduce the today's speaker, Mr. Suresh G. Shinde, proprietor, Biospark Laboratories and Tech Services. Currently, the plant is situated at Nasik. Mr. Shinde has 30 years of progressive experience in full cycle, upstream and downstream development processes encompassing new biological molecules. He has a background in research and development environment. He has worked as technical head at different industries covering the areas of biology, chemistry, applications and product output. Mr. Shinde has completed his BSc in microbiology in 1990 from Shivaji University, Kolhapur. He completed his MSc in industrial microbiology from Yashwantrao Chauhan Science College, Shivaji University, Kolhapur. He is a recipient of several awards for his performances. To mention few, 2 times he received Best Performance Award in Lupin Chemicals Limited at Tarapur. He has been working with government organizations as associate of the several projects like at BARC, ICT, DBT, etc., etc. His professional experience is very vast. He has worked as a shift in charge fermentation from 1992 to 2000 at Lupin Laboratories Limited, Tarapur. He worked as assistant manager of operations at Advanced Enzyme
Technologies Limited, which is situated at Nasik. Then he also worked as a production head at a pharmaceutical industry, that is Rosari Biotech Limited, situated at Silvassa. Mr. Shinde worked as a general manager operations from 2013 to 2014 at Sequence Biotech Private Limited, situated at Nasik. Then he worked as technical head biotech at Alliance Enzyme Private Limited, Surat Biotech as a consultant. He worked at Biotrade India Consultancy and as CEO at Vivekanand Biotechnics Private Limited till 2016. Currently, he is a proprietor of Biospark Laboratories and Tech Services, and since 2016, he is working as a proprietor at Biospark Industries at Nasik. So, with this brief introduction, now again on behalf of Tujaram Tatuchan College and Department of Microbiology, I extend a warm welcome to Suresh Shinde sir, and I request Shinde sir to deliver his lecture. Thank you.
Hello friends, I am Mr. Suresh Shinde, Biospark Laboratory Nasik, going to deliver today the module number 2, inoculation of fermentation processes. Here we can see the today's agenda for this presentation is introduction of fermentation, what is the fermentation, and the basic techniques for the fermentation. Second, we can discuss about the products in the fermentation techniques. What are the scales to be utilized in the fermentations of fermentation capacities, or what is the criteria of that scales? The types of fermentations or fermenters to be used in the fermentation techniques, and advantages of the fermentation techniques, and finally some disadvantages also we can discuss in the next topics. Fermentation is a technique which is an art from the past and the skill for the future. Fermentation is a metabolic process which converts any carbohydrate to organic acid or gases by the activity of enzyme in microbial origin. For microbiologists, the word fermentation means process such as the method of mass cultivation of microbes in aerobic and anaerobic conditions. Sometimes spoilage of food in our household also called as a fermentation by microbial activity. For a best example for this activity is curd formation in our house. Production of any secondary metabolite, that is organic acid, alcoholic beverages, polymers, enzymes, also called as a fermentation. Partial or complete oxidation of the sugars or carbohydrates, also called as a fermentation. Next, we can see the introduction and how to apply the fermentation techniques in various systems. To apply and optimize the natural and artificial biological systems by manipulation of the cell and their environment to produce the desired product of the required quality is called as a fermentation technique. Fermentation depends on the metabolic pathway. As a friends, you have seen in your daily lectures or in syllabus that there are many pathways are in biochemical literature. Glucose pathway, that is called GMP pathway, Krebs cycle, HSK pathway, and other, each and individual organic acids having separate pathway, and these pathways are playing very important role in the fermentation technique. I mean that the fermentation technique is totally depends on the metabolic pathways. Any fermentation process require carbon and nitrogen source. Without carbon and nitrogen source, the fermentation techniques or fermentation process cannot be run because each and every microbes, it may be fungi, it may be virus or bacteria, it should require carbon source for their growth and nitrogens for their growth. Sometimes some bacteria or microbes require trace elements for their growth. Many fermentations having heavy foaming during the cycle, and for this controlling the foaming, it is anti-foaming agent to be required. Aeration are required for the growth or to consume by the microbes, and other process general parameters, temperature, pH, RPM, and dissolved oxygen, carbon dioxide maintained, and each and every parameter should be required to maintain during the fermentation cycle. Next is, what is industrial fermentation? The industrial fermentation is the technology to run the fermentation in large scale and the production of any microbial biomass or metabolite or any desired product. Mainly in the industrial fermentation, they are using the GMO cultures, means genetically modified organisms, for rapid production or high yield production of desired metabolite, an organism whose genome has been altered as per the requirement of product. In industrial fermentation, they are using multiple seed preparation stages and desired optimized media growth. Means that the fermentation techniques use high seed requirement to get a highest and fastest yield optimization, because if you are giving the high yield, the cells are already grown and immediately start to produce the metabolite. In next stage, we can see what is the fermenter. Here is a fermenter. Any fermentation technology depends on the fermenter designing. The main criteria in the fermenter is that to designing of the fermenter is very crucial for as per the product manufacturing. Fermenters is a type of bioreactor. Actually, bioreactor and fermenter are both the identical. Only the differentiate between the bioreactors are using for the cell preparation, that is animal cell, plant cell, and mammalian cell. And fermenter is mainly dedicated for microbial production or microbe production. The next is provide the control environment systems or conditions for the growth and specific production of the microbes or metabolites. Prevents any entry of the foreign material from environment to the inside the fermenter or from outside to go. Any particles doesn't go inside the fermenter is very critical parameter. There is next, what is the bioreactor? All fermenters deals with the heterogeneous system dealing with two or more phases, that is gas, liquid and solid form. Therefore, optimal conditions of the fermenter necessitate efficient transfer of the mass and heat and momentum from one phase to another phase is also very critical. Generally, 20 to 25% of the fermenter volume is kept left behind unfilled with the medium as called as a head space or blank space to allow the splashing of the media or foaming occupying the space, and aeration required to accumulate the CO2 gases in the top area. It is released by some part or continuously. The fermenter design varies greatly depending on the type of fermentation for which it is used. The designing of the fermenter depends on the product manufacturing. Many products and using the different type of fermenter designing, because the ratios of the aspect ratios of the fermenter is identical as a 1:2 to 1:3 as a length as well as width parameters. Fermenter should be provide the following things, that is aeration, agitation for O2 supply, regulation of factor like temperature, pH, dissolved oxygen, pressure, aeration, nutrient feedings, sugar feedings, and liquid levels, etc. are being required to show or maintain in the fermenter. Sterilization in place or cleaning in place to maintain the sterility, or withdraw the cell by partly or completely from the broth in specific time period. In the continuous fermenter, it is used the system for withdrawal of cells and filter it and recycle again. And nowadays there are many modern fermenters are usually integrated with the computer for efficient process monitoring, data acquisition, and SCADA systems for fermenter controls. Basic designing of the fermenter is made up by SS316 or SS316EL. This material is totally rust free, non-corrosive and non-hazardous. Motors with automatic speed control, that is VFD or VSD, should be fitted on the control the RPM. Steam and thermostat systems for manipulating temperature should be provided. Pumps and addition of removal and substances required during the fermentation cycle for seeding or removal of the material from the fermenter is to be required. Entry and exit system for gas accumulation for fermentation system means there should be vent bypass system or vent system should be provided on the top of the vessel to releases the CO2 gases or gases formation during the fermentation cycle. And sensor for pH control and dissolved oxygen measurement should be provided, or aeration measurement should be required in the fermentation. Here two pics are shown here, that is first is a pilot plant of 50 liters which is made up from completely 316L, which is shown in mirror polish SS and associated lines, each and everything, that is pH, DO probe sensing sockets are there, sample point is there, and other associated lines on the top of the fermenter. In front of that, we can see the side glass to show the media inside of the fermenter. And second picture shows that this is the bioreactor which is using in the alcohol fermentation. This doesn't require any agitation or other control parameters. Only the temperature here showing the jacket to maintain the chilling temperature as per the requirement of the process. Here is the fermenter layout. Actually, here we can going to discuss what is the requirement of the fermenter and how the fermenter will be going to design as per this diagram. We can centrally in the dark mode we can show that is the main fermenter and what is the utilities required for the fermenter, that is showing here. The steam, air for compressor, cooling motor, and power. These four are the major utilities required the fermenter for 24-hour consumption. And the cooling go inside the jacket, circulate it and coming back. Steam is going inside the fermenter and drain out. Compressor air is required for the consumption of the bacteria is going inside, and power for motor is required. The second circle is showing that the cell disruption in process, batch process or continuous process, it is some part of broth is harvested and cell will be getting separated out and again add in the fermenter. This is a partially non-sterile process actually, because sometimes they are using the sterile system cell separation also. Third stage is that is showing that seed strain. Seed strain means that in the industrial fermentation, the seed train can be used or seed preparation can be used. It is also called as pre-prep seed, pre-seed and primary seed. And these seeds showing the quantity to be increased as per fermenter level, and the ratio is maintaining actually 1:10 by thumb rule in the fermentation cycle. Third circle is showing that the requirements of the fermenter during the cycle. That is, we can going to feed continuous nutrient, then acid, alkali, base or ammonia for pH control may be required for increasing the pH or decreasing the pH or maintain the pH, and anti-foaming agent required to control the foaming inside the fermenter. And finally, the product after completion of batch going to harvest and collection in the, it is called as buffer tank or harvesting tank, and this collection tank to provide to for connected to DSP, means downstream processing, which we are going to see in the next module as what is the downstream processing. The design of fermenter. The size of fermenter used depends on the process and how it is operated, and as per the application or as per the manufacturing product, the fermenter should be going to design. The size of fermenter ranges from 1 liter to presently available in market in India up to the 5 lakh liter, and occasionally one more fermenters up to the 1.2 billion liters have been used in China and other countries. This part of process development is clearly in the territory of bioprocess engineering as well as the reactor itself. All of the auxiliary services facilities must be designed and tested before going to manufacturing of the fermenters. These include air supply, sterilization equipments, water supply, steam generators, lines, supply lines, medium preparation lines, sterilization facilities, air sterilizations, air cooling facilities, and water supplies and process control networks should be required for the fermenter while going to design the fermenter for operation or to fermentation techniques. How to construct the fermenter? It is, the large scale industrial fermenters are almost always constructed in stainless steel form. Fermenter is a large cylinder closed at the top and bottom both sides with the various pipes and valves are fitted in it. We can see here what is the lines and how it is connected by just demonstratively presentation. Here we can see on the top there is a motor which is connected to the one shaft, and shaft is fitted with many impellers on that. That is called as a Ruston turbine impeller. It is the ratio of the fermenter, aspect ratio of the fermenter is 1:3. So the 3 impellers are there. If the one aspect ratio of the fermenter is 1:2 or 1:2.5, there are 2 impellers are there. But here we can see that is 3 impellers. Top there is a in black dark square, we can see that is mechanical seal and it should be sterile always. And the second line you can see the pH controller, but the pH sensor is not put on the top, it would be put in the media actually, but here showing it on the top only. Acid base reservoir pumps are there to control the pH or maintain the pH. Second line is the reservoir pump, filter to exhaust line. The filter is seated here because there is no suction from the outside environmental any particles inside. Here is showing the cooling water in and cooling water out for the jacket, and it shows the jacket here. And another is a steam inlet for the fermenter for sterilization, or here we can see the lines for baffle. Here is a culture broth, and we can see the bubbles for air, which is sparger. High pressure air should be incorporated in the through sparger, sterile air. Sometimes, many times, the sparger can be put from the top by one line, and it is a ring parger is there. We can see the bottom, there is a line for harvest and wall is fitted there to control it. And for before to remove the water, the line should be get sterilized with the steam. So steam provision is there. And top of the fermenter, we can see one viewing port or glass to see the media inside or any particle inside or any operations. During operation, you can see inside also. And this is the fermenter pictorial diagram and connected lines required for the fermenter for any fermentation techniques or fermentation manufacturing processes. While designing of the fermenter, we should require the aspect ratio of the fermenter. As I say in the last slide, that is 1:3 is identical ratio, but many times you can see the 1:2 or 1:2.5 also used in the many fermentation products. Speed of the agitator also the designing criteria. It is also very crucial factor. Mass transfer particularly required. Shear resistance should require. Cleaning in process and sterilization in process of the fermentation should also be incorporated in the fermentation designing, and validation of all the parts, put it jacket, sail, inside impeller, motor and pressure gauges. Everything is been validated properly to avoid the any circumstances in the future or in the process or failure in the process. Hello friends, good morning. Good morning to all. Today we are going to discuss on the topic of the fermentation technique. I am Mr. Surajji Shinde, Biospark Laboratory Nasik is delivering today's topic of the fermentation technique. The fermentation technology is the almost most old age of the biotechnological process, and the term derived from the Latin verb that is fever to boil. The appearance of the fruit's extract is malted grain acted upon the yeast during the production of the alcohol. This is the fermentation technology defined by the earlier years. But after that, the fermentation definitions has been going to change as per the applications and as per the uses and in the different sectors. That is, fermentation is the process of chemical changes caused by the organism or their products, usually producing effervescences and heats. Mainly, the fermentation is a biochemical process which is derived to using the substrate to convert it into the carbon dioxide gases and the energy production. And later, that is, microbiologists has considering the fermentation technologies as any process for the production of a product by means of mass culture of the microorganism. Here they are using the definition for mass production of the microbiologist, which is going to produce the cultures and yeast fermentations actually. Next, the biochemist has comes and they are considering the fermentation definition as an energy generating process and which organic compounds acts both the electron donor and acceptor. Hence, the fermentation is an anaerobic process. Here, energy is produced without the participation of oxygen and other organic electron acceptor. These are the various definitions and defined by the various sectors, various applicators as per their research and as per their uses. But in the biotechnology, the microbiology concept is widely used forever. The fermentation technology is mainly defined as a two type of fermentation, that is solid state fermentation is also called as a surface fermentation, and another is a submerged fermentation is also called as a liquid fermentation. And development of these fermentation technique has leads to the industrial level uses of the production of bioactive compound or metabolite such as antibiotics, pigments, antioxidants, anti-tumors, agent, biosurfactants, bioactive peptides, and many more products. Presently, there are more than 3,000 to 4,000 products are in use commercially produced by the fermentation technology. And this is the metabolic process which is going to exhibited by microorganism is different in the solid state fermentation as well as submerged fermentation. What is the difference between the submerged fermentation and surface fermentation and how they are defined actually? The fermentation system may be cultivated in the liquid is also known as a submerged fermentation. But when the media is used as a solid or without the water or partially in the water is known as the surface fermentation. Most fermentation used in the industry are the submerged type fermentation, which is widely used in all over the world, that is mainly the submerged fermentation. Because of the submerged fermentation, fermenters serve the space is more susceptible to the engineering controls and designing. Much work still need to be done on this topic to identify the best fermentation techniques for each bioactive compound. Many bioactive compounds having different requirements and different applications. So fermentation designing is also going to change every year and every updated it. The type of fermentation, we should go into next slide, that is the type of fermentation, how it is been distributed. Actually, the type of fermentation, that is first is the submerged fermentation and second is the surface fermentation. In the submerged fermentation, we see it is the three type of fermentation, that is first is the batch fermentation, second is the continuous fermentation, which is going to widely used in all over the world. Now the continuous fermentation is the best. Feed batch fermentation. Next is the surface fermentation. There is a tray fermentation, which is the solid media is kept in the tray and inoculated and then incubated as per the requirements. Second is the bag fermentation. Mainly the solid media is kept in the sterile bag and it will be inoculated and kept in the incubation room. A bottle fermentation. Many fermentation, it is the oldest technology. Actually, bottle fermentation is the oldest technology in the world. They are making the glass bottles earlier and that solid media will be putting in the glass bottle and sterilize it separately with inoculation with the desired inoculum or culture and incubated as per the requirement. Solid state fermentation. Now we are going to discuss of the solid state fermentation. What is the solid state fermentation? It is has been defined as the process is occurring in absence or free of the water. But it is not totally free of the water. We should require to maintain the moisture level up to the 10 to 15% for the growth of the media cultures. This method is widely used for the production of mainly enzymes which is involved in the cultivation of the microorganism on the solid substrate such as grains, rice and branch, etc. etc. Solid state fermentation employs natural raw material as a carbon source such as cassava, barley, wheat bran, rice bran, sugarcane bagasse, various oil cakes, palm kernels, soybean cakes, groundnuts oil cake, fruit pulps and apple pomace, sawdust, wood dust and coffee husks as well as the coffee pulp, tea waste. It is widely used in the solid state fermentation. It is a very cheaper raw material will be used in the solid state fermentation. That's why the solid state fermentation has been economically very good. Importance and features of the solid state fermentation. The solid state fermentation has been defined as the fermentation process occurring in the absence of near and absence of pure water, utilizing the solid substrate only. It is a biochemical manufacturing process used in the food, pharmaceutical, cosmetic, fuel and textile industries. These molecules are mostly metabolite generated by the microorganism. It is mainly using as a fungal grown on the solid support, selected for this purpose and designed for the particular production of the metabolites. This technology for the culture microorganism is alternative to liquid or submerged fermentation used predominantly for industrial purpose also. What is the solid state fermentation? Solid state fermentation has been defined as a fermentation process which is absence of the free of water, so it will be keeping in the trays. Here we are demonstrating on the slide is a pics for how the trays are kept in the culture room, that is called as incubation room, and the persons here looking the growth or observing the growth in the trays. Each and every tray is having the solid media which is kept in the desired level of moisture, and above we see the lines. There is a continuously sprinkling of the cold water or chilled water as per the maintaining the required temperature for the culture room. Sometimes the aeration for several years should also be passing in the culture room to maintain the hygienic environment and avoid the environmental contamination. The naturally raw materials we can see in the last slide, they are using in the solid media. Here also the same, that is we can discuss in previous slide. The second slide we are showing here design of solid state fermenter. Now instead of that is culture room and space constraint, the many players are going to design the solid state fermenter also. It is actually drum type fermenter. In drum type fermenter there is a solid media will be kept inside the drum and it will be continuously rotated by around, and media will be continuously moving slightly around the yeast. Another is the tray fermentation phase. As like the tray dryer, we can putting the in the closed system and putting the trays inside that and maintain the temperature and required humidity for the culture. Here we can see in the slide of the drum, then water is continuously spraying inside. There will be temperature should be going maintained for this, and initially the required that is the melting one rotation. You will be showing the rotation of the green line. It is rotated continuously. Another type of system is a solid state fermentation, that is simple and cost effective. That is here kept the one chamber above the bottle, and it will be air will be should providing from the cap that is inserting inside, and it is go above the media continuously. And there is a media is kept in the chamber, that is mini reactor. We can air outlet, there is going the vent system for that chamber, and bottom if you are adding the water from top, we can extract the material easily. You can put the filter inside that cap and that will be material will be going down. This is a simple and cost effective process, less effluent releasing and reduces the pollution. Aeration is easy and not required much more. resembles the natural habitat of the some fungi and bacteria. Solid state fermentation utilizes solid substrate, thus the nutrient-rich waste material can be used or recycled as a substrate. It is very economic, and the cost is nothing but only the utilization of raw material from the waste. Sorry. Substrates are used very slowly and steadily, so the same substrate can be used for the longer fermentation period. The solid state fermentation is the best suitable fermentation technique involving for fungi and microorganisms that requires less moisture content in the medium. It means using of the water is very less. Which microorganisms can be used in this fermentation actually? The several species of belonging to the following categories microorganisms are used in fermentation processes. That is prokaryotic, unicellular bacteria, many bacteria and cyanobacteria can be used. Multicellular cyanobacteria can be used. Eukaryotic, unicellular yeast and algae can be used. Multicellular fungi and algae can be used. Widely, the mostly bacteria and fungi is a major source for the fermentation technology. Unicellular microfauna are likely a part of fermentation processes, while isolated cells, multicellular animals are frequently cultured, but it is not been widely used. Microbial growth in fermentation. Growth is a very important factor in the fermentation technology. So what is the requirement of the culture actually? The growth of microorganisms involves complex energy-based processes. The rate of growth of microorganisms is dependent upon the several cultural conditions or environmental conditions provided to the culture, which should provide for the energy required and various chemical reactions. Many chemical reactions require certain temperatures, optimum temperature, optimum pH, and optimum concentrations of the substrate. These to be provided for the growth. The production of the specific component requires various precise culture condition as a particular growth rate. The growth rate of the culture is also very important for the fermentation technology. The time to transfer the inoculum to the fermenter or to the seed fermenter or to the pre-seed or seed, it is also very important. Many systems now operate under the computer control. Though that is sequence size and smooth running of the fermentation technology, now the technologies are coming under the computer control, so fixed timings and fixed data can be available for the future production. The rate of growth microorganism and hence the synthesis of various chemicals compounds under the artificial culture required organism specific chemical compounds such as the growth nutrient medium. Many cultures require specific growth booster chemical compound. For example, the glycerol required for the many fungi, or others some micronutrients required for some bacterial species. These are to be provided in the growth media. There are two types of growth media: vegetative media, enriched media, and culture media. Here we can talking about the vegetative media for the seed preparation only. The kind of the relative concentration of the ingredients of the medium, the pH, temperature, purity, and culture organism, etc., are the important factors for the growth of the microbial culture. Influences microbial growth and hence the production of the biomass. The total mass of the cell or organism being cultured will be different, because if you are not adding the proper concentration of the cells or proper growth of the culture, it will be affect your biomass production definitely. And the system is various component. If your raw material component is also not matching or not properly suitable for the growth may be hampered. Then which nutrients is main involved in the growth of the fermentation? That is mainly the carbon source. Carbon source including all the sugars, actually glucose, sucrose, lactose, maltose, mannitol. These are the sucrose, mainly dextrose. Some fatty acids also been used for the vegetable oils, some soy oils. Mainly the biodiesel, we can use the soy oils, the crop oils. In hydrocarbons, we can use the petroleum fractions. For nitrogen source, we can use the protein, soybean meal, corn chip liquor, distilled molasses. many other proteins, animal proteins. Ammonia, pure ammonia or ammonium salt we can use for ammonia source. Nitrate source we can use nitrate salts. Phosphate source we can use phosphate salts. And sometimes we can provide a nitrogen by nitrogen air. This is the requirement of the nutrients for any fermentation growth or media for the culture. What is the phases actually for the microbial growth? These are the you are learning in your regular classes. That is, there are the 4 phases of the any culture while growing. When the particular organism is introduced into the selected growth media, the medium is inoculated with the particular organism. Growth is the inoculum does not occur immediately, but the take it little while. It is called as lag phase. Any culture is inoculated in the new media, it will be take some time to optimize their growth. So it should be considered as a lag phase. It will be vary by culture to culture or maybe media to media. Second step is that after the lag phase, the rate of growth of the organism steadily increase, and certain period for this period is called as log phase or exponential phase. After the certain time of exponential phase, the growth rate slow down, and due to the continuous falling concentration of the nutrient or starvation of the nutrient, they are continuously increasing or accumulating concentration of toxic substances, and the growth has been stopped or steady. This phase is called as a declaration phase or steady phase or stationary phase. After the declaration phase, the growth causes the cases of the culture enter a stationary phase or a steady phase. The biomass remains constant except when certain accumulation of chemical in the culture start lysing the cells, or it is called as chemolysis. Unless another microorganism contaminates the culture, the chemical constant remains unchanged, and this culture is going to the last but in the final stage, that is a death phase, and after that you can stop the batch or maybe close the fermentation. What is the fermenter and bioreactor? The fermenter actually is the setup of the carry the process of the fermentation. The fermenter varies from laboratory experimental model to 1 or 2 liters to capacity of industrial model up to the 5 lakh liters or several hundred liters capacity, which refers to the volume of the main fermenting vessel. The bioreactor differs from the fermenter is that the formally it is used as a mass culture of plant, animal cell, and instead of microorganism. The chemical compound synthesized by these culture cells, such as therapeutic agent, can be extracted easily from the cell of biomass. The difference is bioreactor and fermenter is nothing but both are the vessel, each and identically similar, but the mainly bioreactor is used for the production of animal cells or plant cells, and the fermenter is used for only microbial fermentation technology. The design, engineering, and operational parameters for both fermenter and bioreactors are identical. With the involvement of the microorganism and elicity in the same situation, the distinction between the two concepts is being gradually obliterated. Now we are seeing that next the topic, that is design of industrial fermentation process. The process of fermentation is required the following main characters. That is a pure culture of the chosen organism in sufficient quantity and the correct physical rate. In the fermentation process, we require the pure culture of any chosen organism or desired organism which we are going to fermentation production is pure form and sufficient quantity in the correct physiological state. Means you can transfer the inoculum to the fermenter in a specific time period or time for exact growth is required. It is a second thing is that it is a properly sterilized, carefully composed media Properly sterilized means there is nothing but any other microorganisms or other contaminant inside that. Media should be properly composed as per the requirement of the growth of the organism or fermentation of the desired products. The seed fermenter minimum model production fermenter to develop the inoculum. Normally, the ratio of the seed fermenter to fermenter is a 10 times fold capacity. Means if you are taking the 1 liter seed fermenter to be transferred to the 10 liter fermenter, or 10 liter fermenter to be transferred to the 100 liter fermenter, 100 liter fermenters to be transferred to 1000 liter fermenter. This is the main ratio, is on the thumb rule basis, but it is a changes as per the requirement of the process or maybe studies as per fermentation technology. The production to develop the inoculum initiate the process in the main fermenter. Can design the model for fermentation process flow as per the requirement of your main fermenter seed volume. The production fermenter is a functional large model and the equipment required following things. Drying the culture medium in steady rate. Culture media in the fermenter will be keeping steady state. It is not been fast growing. Means it will be maintain the substrate requirement and others. Growth is initially for 10 to 15 hours initially it is good. Second thing is that the cell separation is required. Sometimes some products even online cell separation will be done. We can see in the next slide actually that is what is the step. The collection of cell and free supernatant for further processing of DSP, product purification, and finally effluent treatment. Atoms to A and C above constitute the upstream and E is constituted the downstream processing of the fermentation technology process. Fermenter and bioreactors are equipped with the aerator supply oxygen and aerobic processes, but sometimes in anaerobic processes there is not requirement of the air, so it will be mixing by only media will be mixing with the agitator only. Keep the concentration and media uniform while stirring in the other fermentation technologies, and the thermostat to regulate the temperature and the pH detector, the similar control system as per fermentation process requirement. Type of culture systems, batch processing or culture. Here though we can see the three type of culture system, that is the first is the batch processing or culture. At about the one set of the stationary phase, the culture is disbanded for the recovery of biomass, cell or organism and compound that accumulate in the medium. There is many fermentation products, alcohol, amino acid metabolites and few batches set to be ate up. This is the batch processing or batch culture. Means what? The stationary, when the culture is going to stationary phase, it will be start to producing the metabolite. And when it will be end to starvation or starting the starvation of the nutrients provided or substrate provided, the batch will be discontinued. It will be showing the indication that to increase the pH or dropping the pH as per the requirement or as per the set parameters of the fermentation. But to take the judgment to stop the batch or to highest production or highest biomass production, you can set the production parameters as per requirement and culture as per requirement. The best advantage of batch processing is the optimum level of the production recovery. The disadvantage of this wastage unused nutrient, sometimes what happens, we can harvest the batch, we can stop the batch, but many nutrients are not been properly utilized or 100% utilized. That should be going to waste or that should be going to the wastewater. That is picked input of labor and time lost between the batches. This also increasing the your labor costs as well as number of batches. Secondly, you can use the continuous batch processing or the culture processing. The culture medium may be designed such as growth is limited by the availability of one or two components of the medium. Here, the culture media is designed for the required one or two major component, which is as one is a substrate or another is a carbon source, which is utilizing to convert the sugars or substrate to the desired product by using enzyme. This process is mainly using in the enzymes. When the initial quantity of the component is exhausted, growth cases and steady state is reached, but the growth is removed by addition of limiting component. Sometimes we can maintain the stationary phase, but their nutrient has been exhausted. In the growth cases, you should require the more growth. That time you can provide the additional component by the dosing or by the one-time addition. So it is also provision in the continuous processing culture. The certain amount of the whole culture media allocate can be added periodically. In that some time period, we can add the certain amount of whole media after sterilization, and that time you steady state in. The addition of nutrient will be increase the volume of medium in the fermenter, but in that time you can increase the volume by drain out and overflow the collected use of recovery product by using the further DSP processing. At these steps, addition of medium, the medium becomes diluted, both the term of concentration as well as the biomass of the production, and then new growth stimulated by addition of medium will be increased and the biomass of the product can be increased. Till another steady state setting, the another allocate of the medium will be reverse the process. This is the continuous culture process. Since the growth of organism is controlled by availability of growth limiting chemical factors of the medium, this system is called as chemostat. We can maintain the media or we can maintain the requirement of the culture by periodically addition of the nutrient media. The rate at which allocate was added in the media or dilution rate will be effect of the factor dictate the rate of the growth. Every time we can add the new media, the growth will be slightly increased and it will be maintained on the steady state. The event of continuous cultures are the growth rate of the cell will be less than the dilution rate and they will be washed out of the vessel at the rate of greater than they are being produced, resulting in the decrease the biomass concentration both within the vessel and in the overflow. Substrate concentration of the vessel will be rise because fewer cells are left in the vessel to consume it. The increased substrate concentration in the vessel will be result in the cell growing at the rate of greater than the dilution rate and biomass concentration will be increased, and finally steady state will be re-established again. In this process, the most control over the growth of cell, that is commercial adaptation of the continuous processing, is defined a biomass production mainly to the limited extent to the production of the potable and industrial alcohol. In alcohol fermentation, this technology is basically used because their fermenter capacities are very high, 4 lakh, 5 lakh liters. So it is very difficult to given the air continuously and also agitation continuously. They are using this step. They are addition of the new and continuous process they can adapt it. Commercial adaptation of continuous process is confined to biomass production and the limited extent the production potable and industrial alcohol. The steady state of the continuous processing is advantageous as the system is far easier to control. During the batch processing, heat output, acid and alkali production as well as the oxygen consumption will be ranged from the very low rate and at the start to very high rates during the late expansion phase. To control the environmental factor of this system becomes difficult because it is a high volume capacities and requirement is very high. In the continuous processing, the rates of consumption of the nutrient and those of the output chemicals are maintainable at the optimum level. Besides the labor, demand is also more uniform. Continuous processing may suffer from contamination, both from inside the fermenter or outside the fermenter. The fermenter designing, along with the strict operational control, should be actually take care of these problems. The production of the growth associated products like ethanol is more efficient in continuous processing, particularly in industrial use. The continuous culturing is highly selective and favors of the propagation of the best adapting organism in the culture. The commercial organism is highly mutated such that it will be produce very high amount of the desired product, but physiologically the such strains are inefficient to give way to the culture of inferior producer, a kind of contamination from within. Next, but that is last topic, that is feed batch culture or processing of the culture. In this feed batch system, the fresh allocate of the medium is continuously and periodically added without the removal of the culture fluid. The fermenter is designed for accommodate the increasing value feed batch achieved for some appreciable degree of process and product control. The low but constant replacement media has been following advantages: maintaining the condition in the culture within the aeration capacity of the fermenter, removing the repressive effect of medium components such as rapidly used carbon and nitrogen sources and phosphate requirements, avoiding the toxic effects of the medium component, and providing limited level of the required nutrient for exotrophic strains or cultures. Here the using for this process is using for particularly Baker's cheese, mostly in the feed batch culture. Here the biomass is desired product. Many feed batch technologies used in the biomass production. They are diluting the culture with the batch of fresh medium, prevent the production of ethanol, and expense of biomass and movement traces of ethanol were detected by exhausting gases. Production of penicillin for secondary metabolite also use the feed batch technologies. The culture is maintained at the low level biomass and phenylacetic acid. The precursor, phenylacetic acid is the precursor of the penicillin, is fed into the fermenter compulsory continuously, but at the low rate, as the precursor is toxic, the organism and higher concentration. So it will be very difficult to maintain flow rate for the precursor also. Which products we can manufacturing in the fermentation process? The growth of the microorganism or the cell result in wide range of the products. Each culture operation has one or few set of objectives. The process has been monitored carefully and continuously to maintain the precise condition needed and recover optimum level of the products. According to fermentation process, aim at one or more of following: production of the cell biomass such as yeast, baker yeast, and many of the biomass productions, probiotics. Now the probiotics are very good market, so probiotics also in production of cell biomass category. Extraction of metabolic products such as the secondary metabolite, primary metabolite, that is amino acid, proteins, including enzyme, vitamin, alcohol, human and animal consumption for industrial use, and many fertilizer metabolite also. Next, the modification of compound through the mediation elicited and biotransformation means in the antibiotics or vitamins. These are the biotransformation processes. It will be giving the precursors to the certain production and it will be converted into final product. And lastly, the upcoming field, and now the every company or every player can working on this type of production, that is a recombinant product. There is a recombinant enzyme is going very good market now, and everybody is looking for this type of production now. What is the factors affecting in the fermentation process actually? And that is the microbial biomass. The microbial biomass is produced commercially as a single cell protein, like algae, yeast is needed of the baking industries, which was used as a human feed at the one time. Bacterial biomass is used as animal feed and agricultural use also. The secondary, that is the primary metabolite, and secondary metabolite. In the primary metabolite, the log or exponential phase organism produces the variety of substances that are essential for the growth, such as nucleotide, nucleic acid, amino acids, proteins, carbohydrates, lipids, etc., and some byproducts for energy yielding metabolites such as ethanol, acetone, butanol, and other things. Example, that is ethanol, lysine, glutamic acid, riboflavin, vitamin B12, dextran, xanthan, etc. are the primary metabolites. In the secondary metabolite, the organism produces number of products other than the primary metabolite. The phase during which products have no obvious role in the metabolism or the culture microorganism are produced. But in reality, the distinction between the primary and secondary metabolite is not a straight jacket situation. Many secondary metabolites are produced from intermediate or the end product of the secondary metabolite. Some like those are enterobacteria are not gone under the secondary metabolism, that is antibiotics, steroids, and etc. Third is that production of many enzymes. Industrial production of enzymes is needed for the commercial production, that is food, beverage, and other industry, textile, leather, paper, and other breweries, wineries, and or industries. Enzymes are also used in the clinical and industrial analysis. Now they are even added in washing powders, means or cellulase, protease, lipases, etc. Enzymes may be produced by microbial, plant, and animal origins. Even plant and animal enzymes can be produced by microbial fermentation also. That is the fermentation process steps now. The fermentation process is divided in the following steps actually. Media preparation for the growth and production of the process cell at the stage of inoculum development and main fermentation. This is the primary step because we should prepare the inoculum for the fermentation batch is very critical stage. If your inoculum is good, the product fermentation final product is also high yielded and very good quality. Medium sterilization as well as the ancillary equipment to ensure the aseptic condition. The vessel sterilization, air filter sterilization, and the media sterilization is very critical aspects in the fermentation technology. Finally, inoculum or seed production, which is pure culture or enough quantity to inoculate the production seed. The pure and sufficient or desired quantity of the seed gives you best results. Production stage, which is conducted in the main fermenter for the product formation. Various stages, production parameters also very important to run the fermentation technology and get the good result and good yielded product. Downstream processes to separate and purify the fermentation product is also very important. Treatment of disposable effluent produces by the processes. All these steps are interrelated in the success of the fermentation process depends on an adequate optimization that should be done during the development of the process. It should be required for design. While the designing of any fermentation process, you should consider these all the things should be mandatory for your fermentation technology. Now this is some flow chart showing that how we run the fermentation technique from inoculum to fermentation tank. The fermentation process itself typically takes place in the bioreactor or fermenter, but the whole production process can be composed of multiple process steps that define the raw material to the end product. The process steps include raw material treatment such as blending and sterilization, as well as end product processing as a filtration concentration. You can see in the last slide, but it is also important. In the heart of fermentation process, the bioreactor control acidity and temperature of the growth media is also important. The constant supply of nutrient as well the gases such as CO2 and O2 also monitored. Oxygen is most important gases required for the fermentation. Here we can see that is flow chart. How can go for the seed, that is frozen stock. We can see that is mother culture or working culture bank, from slant to the sec plus to the pre-seed to then seed to then fermentation. These steps are required for the industrial production, but normally in the lab level we can't do these steps. So here we require the high yielded or high biomass So we should go for two-stage or multi-stage seed product preparation is very important. We see in the last slide, this slide is been omitted for. Here we see the sterilization. How the sterilization? First is the media sterilization is required. Media sterilization performing 3 steps: cooking, sterilization and boiling. The second is air sterilization. Air supply fermenter should be treated as separately sterilization. And third is fermenter media sterilization. Empty vessel sterilization. Before media charging, empty vessel sterilization should be carried out, and to become all the associated lines and vessels which is going to use for the fermentation technique should be properly sterilized. Here we can see the one video, that is, you can find out that how the fermentation can run. The next slide, we can see that is how the USP can be flow. First is a clear idea of the product. Second, selection of the producing organism. Third is stain screening. Stain screening we can go for next stage, that is a formulation media requirement, that is media optimization. Then second is a small scale bioreactor production or lab scale reaction. Process control requirements, can design the all process control requirement. Then scale up to the pilot plant or up to the 100-liter level, and then decide the process kinetics, productivity, etc. If it is not been followed or not been getting the desired result up to the final process kinetics, productivity, etc., then should go the yield conversion productivity. Okay, then go for the DSP designing. Otherwise, you can go again media optimization or stain improvement for molecular biology, molecular biology aspect, that is GMO, genetically modified cultures, and that process integration is required further. Next, the choice of production cell line microbe. The bacterial cells, it is genetically case, that is single molecule DNA or sequence may be changed. High productivity or high yielded microbes, resistant to shear, osmotic pressure, immortals, etc., etc. Negative or poor secretors, little glycolization, post translation and modifications is required in the microbes. This is the correct. What is the characteristics required for the culture for fermentation technology? Yeast in the high yielded, high cell concentration, high productivity, good secretor, post translation, modification, glycoengineered stains are available. Non-mammalian, that is glycolization, post translations, modification, complexity, and genetic modification manipulations should be. Now the conclusion. There's a last. I am concluded here in the last slide. That is fermentation technology, very very vibrant and fast growing technology in the area of biotechnology. And this is a much more scope in future also, because there are many fermentation products are upcoming and yet to be discovered or yet to be researched. Absorbing and ever increasing processes and products. Many products are being researched by lab level, but it should not be commercialized till date, and it should be required to make a process suitable for that and design for the best optimum parameters and process. With the longer history than any area of the biological sciences, fermentation technology has a longer and brighter future. In the fermentation, actually fermentation is from last 10 to 15 years is in continuously increasing their importance, and now in this last 1 year we can see there are many biological epidemics are in upcoming, and we should require to give the more focus on production of biological products, that is including the vaccine also, in the many services for mankind, covering such important areas as food, medicine, as well as treatment, medical treatments. Technology, but in this situation, that is technology of fermentation is very sensitive and informative for any type of productions, and many researchers are working on that, and this is a very informative technologies. Any type of contamination will hamper desired specific product, but it should be take care to many environmental conditions or many environmental factors can be affect your process technologies many times. Maintain the hygienic condition of sterile atmosphere, hold the batch is very difficult task, but after that we can now the many companies or suppliers can give you the best product fermenters, which is one time uses also. It is avoid this of all these problems or issues in the future fermentation manufacturers, and going very well. So friends, this is my today's topic. I hope You should enjoy it. You should get absorb good knowledge. And lastly, I am showing one fermentation process video for you and end this topic now.